it's Shawnee Lou Who here, and today's video is another Monday Mac Week. Yes, my hair is kind of similar. Yes, I'm wearing the same t-shirt and scarf. My hair was like in a ponytail, but I just really couldn't be asked like with it because it started going frizzy, and I don't want to keep straightening it because it will be damaged. So today's video is about dreams, but especially nightmares. All because I had a nightmare last night. So grab a coffee and let's just chat. This is gingerbread latte. I'm sick of drinking my coconut one now. My coconut latte, so good, so freaking good. But yeah. So last night it was a pretty normal night. I was just laying in bed. I had it was like a daydream, kind of like a daydream, lucid dream, where I moved into this new house and it was amazing, and my boyfriend was buying all these things, and it was like so homely. And then all of a sudden, like, we was at my granny's house in Leeds, but it wasn't our house, it was mine, my mum's, and like Lillian and Athena's house. My grandma has a 2-bedroom house, but this was magically a 3-bedroom house. My mum one day brought like this weird doll, and it was all in white. And it hated us. It really hated us. It hated me and the girls going near my mum. And it was bad. And it would walk, like it would follow her. So like she would be walking across the hallway, and you just see this little legs go, and then it would try to kill us, and that it was really weird. So it was like it tried to drown Athena, it tried to stab me, and it tried to kill Lillian. I can't remember how it tried to kill Lillian and that. And we tried everything to kill this goddamn doll, and it wouldn't die. It would keep coming back. We threw it in, like, we traveled across the world, and we like threw it in the water, like the massive ocean, and it came back when we got there, and we burned it. Basically, it was like Chucky, the film of Chucky. We tried everything to kill this fucking demonic doll, and it would not die, like, whatsoever. So good. And I woke up and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And it was fucking horrible because it felt real. It felt so real. And it was like, what the fuck did I just like, the fuck was that all about? And then when I went back to sleep, it was like screenshots. It was like boom, 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 boom. And it was like of this doll's face, and it had like the tiniest little lips, and it was like smirking. And I was like, I can't sleep. And I messaged my boyfriend this morning, and I was like, how are you? And he was like, I'm good, you. And I was like, yeah, I think, let me get the message up. Let me get the message up. No, that's Sky. I was like, good, I'm tired. Woke up at 4 this morning, had a nightmare. He was like, oh. And I was like, yes. I'm so sad. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And that. But I think another nightmare I had, this was when I was about like 10. I was about 10 years old. And I was this grown adult, and I was living in a block tower type thing, and it was like a never-ending staircase. And obviously I'm a big person, so I ain't gonna run up them staircases. But it was like me and like 5 other people, and the devil was like chasing us. So no matter where we went, we were still running up these staircases, and the devil came to chase us, and then one by one, like, it would kill us. And it came to like me and this devil, and I went, you don't know nothing, you ain't nothing. And then it killed me, and then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? I've had some seriously weird dreams. Like, I remember this one or because my mum woke me up because I was screaming. I must have been about six, 7, and it started off like any normal night. So when it used to be just me and my brother and my mum, we used to sometimes sleep with her, and obviously we would have telly in the background. And there's always one time where teletext would come up, and that it's like if you live in the UK, I don't know if they still do it now, where it's like just text on the telly and it was like different colours, and it'd be really fucking bizarre. It would be like horrible, and it would have like this creepy music in the background. But yeah, this is the dream anyway. So I was laying in my bed, in my mum's bed with my mum. My brother is sleeping on the floor on like a homemade bed, because that's what we used to do. And I would wake up and teletext would be on, but it would be like catchphrase version of teletext. So if you ever watched catchphrase, it would have like Chip and all that lot, and it'd be weird because the music would be fuzzed up, and it would just be like a normal program, but it'd be in teletext form. And then like my mum's door just magically opens, and it's a bright light. And then obviously I'm like, oh my god, it's an angel. An angel's come for me. And then I follow her, and then we're in like this old abandoned castle, and it was like a tour. And there was like a bunch of other people. I can't remember how many people, but there was a bunch of us. And this little gremlin thing, like in a brown, like it was like Quasimodo, and he was like in this brown thing, and he had like a little hunchback, and he was like do 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 do, and we followed him, and I turn around for a second, and it's just me and him, so everyone else is completely gone. And then all of a sudden I was following him, and he was like, come this way, blah, blah, blah. So I followed him. And then next thing I've got snakes all over me. And that. I'm not scared of snakes. I'm petrified of spiders. Like my boyfriend is like trying to cure me. Like, you're cured. And sometimes it works. Like I can now look at spiders, but I can't be like near them now. So if we watch something on YouTube and a spider pops up, I'm not immediately like crying my eyes out. I'm here like, yeah, it's a spider. Woo, that looks nice. Kill me now, kill me now. But if one was like in person, like if you held out a spider, I was like, no, go away. So yeah, I'm screaming, and my mum walks in. And she wakes me up, and she was like, what? And I was like, there were snakes on me. There were snakes on me. She goes, I know, we heard you screaming. No, not the snakes. It's like, you know, in the new Wicker Man, and he's like, no, not the bees. It was literally like that. But I was like, no, not the snakes. Anything but the snakes. I don't do snakes. And that. And then I couldn't get back to sleep, and then I just stayed up watching whatever was on the TV until daylight, and then I'd go to school and I'd look. But I've had some really nice dreams. There was one where it was like I was roller skating. I don't even know where I was. I was just roller skating on this random street, and then all of a sudden I looked up in the sky. I was like, I wish I was famous. And then then it was like, poof, I'm famous. And I had like my names and lights, and I'm like accepting a one, and I'm like, oh, let's bring this tomorrow. I was like, oh my god, thank you guys so much. I feel so much appreciated. I did it. And then I walked off. That was literally like one of the weirdest dreams, but it was a nice one. And here's one I have frequently. It doesn't happen all the time. It used to, but about like 3 years ago, this was like a reoccurring dream. And I'm at my grandma's, and this is, if you ever seen Jurassic Park, that one, yeah. These were like, I don't even know. These were like gigantic. These are like 100, 100 foot like dinosaurs. And it all started when it was me, my brother, and my cousin, and we were just sitting watching telly. Then all of a sudden we hear like this time thing. It was like whoa, 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 whoa. So we go to the landing, we shut the door, and we look inside, and it's like, oh my god, great dinosaurs. And then we threw something in there, and the next thing you know, I'm laying in my bed, and then I hear a boom, boom. And then I'm like, oh my god, look outside, and it's like these massive dinosaurs like killing everything inside and eating people. So I run into the cupboard, and I'm like, oh no, my grandma, I can't let my grandma die. So I like got on my hands and knees, even though like they can't see me because I'm inside the house, but I'm on hands and knees, and my grandma has like her curtains open. And I'm like, grandma, come follow me. And the next thing you know, this massive like dinosaur eye is like right at the window. And I'm like, ah. And my grandma's like effing and blinding. And then he eats part of the house, and then we hide in the cupboard, like the walk-in wardrobe cupboard type thing, and we hide in there for like several years. That's the one what used to reoccur all the time. Oh my god, shh. Shush, fine. Whose keys lost up mine? Sorry, that was my mother dearie. Someone has lost their keys. Naughty, naughty. It's probably Lily. She always forgets her keys. Anyway, yeah, so there's that dream. And then there's one what I used to have when I was younger. Not younger, I was like 11, 12. And I'd like close my eyes, and it'd be my grandma running. So where she lived, it was like a slope, and you had stairs, and you had like the field, and we wasn't allowed on the field whatsoever. We had to stay in the front bit so my granny could see us up and down, up and down. We used to sneak down. We'd throw our ball purposely over the fence, and we'd go down and we'd like run around on the field, and then we're like, crap, we've got to go back up. So we would go back up, and then one time I'm just sat in my grandma's living room watching telly, and then I'm hearing someone scream, and it's like, grandma, grandma, grandma. And she's like running, and she's being stabbed by this like crazy lady who wants to like kidnap me and make me her grandchild. It was really weird, and it felt real, so I used to cry my eyes out. And that because the dream felt so real, like the idea of my grandma dying in my arms, and I'm like 11, 12 years old, and hearing her crying in pain, it would like ball my eyes up. So when I wake up, I'm like, and then I'm calling her. I'm like, grandma, I just had a dream you died, and she's like, thanks. But yeah, she's like running. I'm like, run, grandma, run quickly, and I'm running downstairs, and I'm trying to open the front back door, if you know what I mean. It's not exactly the front door, but it's not the back door either. It's weird. And and she gets in, and I shut the door, and this crazy woman's like trying to jab her way with like, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking get you, blah blah blah. And I'm like, grandma, and she dies, and I'm like, like, don't get me wrong, like me and my grandma are super close. Oh my god, fucking TikTok. Perhaps. Yeah, so me and my grandma are like super, super close. So if anything happens to her, like I would definitely be having a mental breakdown, probably, because she like looked after me a lot when I was younger, and I even lived with her for a year when my mum was moving to Luton. But then when I was a baby, I lived with her as well. Obviously with my mum, my dad, and then obviously my auntie and my auntie Helen's boyfriend, who's also my cousin's dad, but we don't talk about him. But yeah, freaking, it was weird. It was so bizarre. I have like, sometimes I have the nicest dreams where it's like me eating cake, or I have like the most scariest dreams, and it's like a family member dying, or or like something not normal, but it's what you'd see in a horror film, and that. But I don't even know why I was even had that dream. I was having a nice little dream about my new home and what it would look like and the future and all this lot, and then all of a sudden I had this really fucking weird dream about this doll trying to kill my family, but it loves my mum. So that's that video for today. Thanks for having a coffee, tea, gin or whiskey or gin, whatever you drink. I'm gonna actually finish my coffee and I'm gonna edit this video. So like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my other social medias. So yeah.